Hello, welcome to Lead a Podcast.
Two girls, one voice.
Thank you guys for joining us once again. I'm very excited to be here.
Welcome to Lead Tuesdays.
Today we're going to do a little interview like we mentioned on the prior introduction episode. And so Yvonne's going to ask me a couple of questions. We're just going to dive deep, get into it right away. So I guess before that, we could just do like a temp check. So how are you feeling right now? Really, 1 to 10?
I'm feeling maybe like a 6.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Considering.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll dive into Yvonne's, but
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say like a 3. So
like 2 hours prior to this, but this moment, this environment really kind of boosts my mood.
good.
It just helps me out. I'm pretty excited to interview Laili, so that's why it kind of it motivates me and it helps my moods and everything that I'm going through. So
Good. Perfect.
yeah. So Laili, we're gonna start interviewing Laili. I prepared a couple questions to ask her just so we can know her better and, like she mentioned, dive deep into her life. We want to start off with one of the most important questions is, what made you want to start a new podcast?
So I had been thinking about it for a while. I should have brought my little notebook. I forgot, but I'll post later. But I have this little red notebook, and I would write out my plan of how I wanted the setup to be when I lived in our other house. And I had this whole idea. Half of it was going to be my office because I was working, and the other half of the room was going to be the podcast. And I had this whole layout. And then I was always brainstorming of what could this be about? What could I make it be? But I didn't want to be by myself. I probably could. Maybe later down the road, who knows, I'll get more used to it all and a little bit more brave, a little braver. But as of now, I was I don't want to do it by myself. I want somebody to kind of bounce ideas off of.
Right.
So I had another friend that we were talking about it. She's like, girl, we need to have a side business. We need to do something. I was like, okay, well, let's do something. And I showed her my ideas. And we were talking with ChatGPT. I know it wastes water. But we were talking with ChatGPT and brainstorming some names. And then we got a couple names. I have those written down too. And then we just kind of left it. And she's busy. She doesn't really... sorry girl, but she knows she sucks at texting back. Gotcha. So even that, something simple. So I'm there's no way she can come and do that. I wanted to make it work, but realistically, I just didn't think it was going to happen. So I was just praying about it. I told my other friend about it, and she said, just pray. Let's see what happens. And then Yvonne and I, with your friends, you always send 1,000 TikToks a day. And one of those, she sent me a TikTok about, do you remember what it was?
Side jobs.
No. The TikTok about the podcast that I was okay, let's do it. It was something funny.
Oh my gosh, I can't remember.
Me and my best friend in a podcast therapying each other or something like being each other's therapist or something. I don't know. It was something funny. And she's like, so we'll find it. And then I responded. I was okay, well, let's do it then. And Yvonne and I have a thing since the beginning of our friendship that it's always been I don't know if anybody remembers this or if it was just New Mexico or our thing, but it was a thing here, right? Saying you're not down.
Oh yeah.
So whenever we wanted somebody else to do something, instead of saying triple or it's a triple double doggy dare, everything in one. And we'd be okay, let's do X, Y, and Z. And then you're not down. Ugh, now I have to because you told me I'm not down. Right. So when Yvonne and I were telling that, when we went back and forth in the TikTok, I was dude, well, let's do it then. And then it was we didn't say you're not down, but we said you're not down, No,
we didn't.
And we were just kind of whatever. And then I was no, but I'm serious. Mm-hmm. I already have this game plan. Mm-hmm. I already have this idea. I have a little template, blueprint of and I had been brainstorming names. And I was okay, well, let me think of a different name that's more inclusive. And so maybe one of the questions later down the road, we'll kind of go into that one. But so then we talked about it and I was okay, let's just make it happen. And so learning from everyone's attributes and differences. I feel it's very broad, but also very inclusive to everything. And that we want to talk about and incorporate in the podcast. And Yvonne and I have, when I asked her, what's your vision for the podcast? We pretty much said the same thing. Right. We met up at the mall, at the food court.
We did.
With the kids. Oh no, I didn't have my son, right? I don't remember.
No, you
But
didn't.
we were just kind of writing down in a little notebook and stuff like that. And then we kind of made like a calendar of when we wanted things to go. And we've been pretty good. We didn't do it on the days,
Right.
but we've been like, at least with the timelines of when we wanted to post everything.
Right.
I have a flyaway. And so, yeah, so that's kind of like how it started, how it came to be. So thank you for doing it with me.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you for being down.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I'm always down. And just to lead a little bit with that question, what do you envision with this podcast?
So, like in a perfect world, if I could get anything and everything, God has blessed me with a lot. But like if it's part of God's plan, I would love for us to, like we had mentioned in the intro episode, to kind of have other people interview other people, because I really love to learn from everybody's walks of life. Professionally, I would love to have like people from different professions here. There's a lot of podcasts that I watch like that, and I find very interesting about even like people that maybe, you know, people that have written books, or maybe we talk about books that we've learned things from and like what we're doing with that knowledge. But also we have different friends that have all these different careers, from pastors, from social workers, from therapists, from law enforcement, lawyers, nurses. We have a little bit of everything. So I think it could be interesting to kind of like a day in the life of what they do, but also like what led them there. And then maybe people our age or maybe younger could kind of have like a shadowing on the job type of thing of like, okay, this is something I was interested in, and okay, this person is doing it. And a lot of the people that we interview are people that we know at first. So I would love that. And then looking beyond that, if, you know, I would love to be able to, like for us to have our own studio, and then we just expand it and make it better.
Right.
And because now it's a room in my home. So I hope you don't hear the kids out there. And that's also hard to do with our kids. And oh my gosh, but we're doing it.
Very transparent.
But then beyond that, I would love for us to like go places and have our little podcast on the go, and people come see us and come up and share their testimonies, and maybe even have like a little mini concert of some sort, like of people singing or whatever, like kind of like praise and worship, but also to include everybody, of just like people can come up and share their testimonies, or they can like, I don't know, email us and we can share them out loud. And if they're in the crowd, they can kind of raise up, I don't know, something like very inclusive and include everybody in it. I would love for that to happen for us.
Well, thank you, Laili. That was really nice to hear. It's obviously that you have a big plan for this podcast, and I'm excited to see where it leads. Thank you for sharing. And us.
And we have some tea here, just in case, and it's lavender tea. I was telling her, just in case things get a little crazy and we need to like calm down or stay calm.
Or emotional, because we're very emotional.
A lot going on. We'll definitely share in the future of everything that's going on right now. So remember this. Put like a bookmark in your little brain for episode 2 or the beginning. Juicy drama, I guess.
Hopefully in the future we could laugh about it. Alrighty, so let's go on with your second question. What is your favorite thing about yourself, and why?
So just very like basic or like deep?
I would like deep. Let's do deep.
Like deep dive, I guess. I love how much the nurturing side of me, I do like that part of me. Yes. I feel very fulfilled when I'm able to do that. Yeah. I feel very complete when I'm able to nurture, to help, to like guide. I love that side of me. And again, it's always like, it always comes back to like your passions of what you want to do to lead podcasts. So I'm hopeful that this is something like an avenue for me to do that.
And side note, guys, let me just tell you, back in our days, in our group, Daili was like the mom, right? She would always keep the group together. She would always guide us. She would have all the essential for us. And we knew that Daili would kind of just help us out in everything that we needed. So yeah, she's very nurturing. Good. I love that you love that about yourself.
Yeah.
Um, what surprising thing have you learned about yourself? Something that surprises you that you're like, wow, that's me? Or, yeah, something like that.
I think being a stay-at-home mom has been very surprising,
Okay.
both good and bad.
Okay.
Because when I was growing up, I remember I would joke with my mom and say, "Oh, I'm never gonna cook for my husband. He's just gonna eat McDonald's." She's like, "Oh, Daddy, stop! You need to learn how to cook." I was like, "No, I'm not. I'm not gonna wake up early and make him food." I don't
So
wake up
funny.
early and make him his lunch because he can't.
Mm.
He can't eat it
Okay.
at work. It's unpredictable. You never know
Right.
when he'll be able to eat. But I find that I do enjoy cooking for him. I
Aw.
enjoy having meal times.
Right.
Making that food, because also another part of me is I'm very big on acts of service.
Yes, you are.
So I like being, and even if you like remember, I'll call you and be like, or even when you come over, I'm always going to give you food.
Right.
I'm going to make something out of, even if it's something small, but I always want to be able to provide something like that. So I found that I really do enjoy that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been challenging also in that, like being a mom and staying at home. I'm a very extroverted person. So I love talking to people. And at work, even though I was working from home and I didn't interact with people because I wasn't in the office as much, but I would have interviews or I would have meetings and I would talk with other people. So that was helpful. And now I'm just kind of me and my son, but I've noticed that it hasn't been a huge deal as much as I thought. Okay. I'll call my other stay-at-home mom friend and we talk on the phone and complain about motherhood and marriage, but then we're just like, okay, it's fine.
Right.
But it's nice to have someone to talk about with these things with. And so that's been exciting. That's been surprising that it's challenging, but I'm also learning that I can do it.
Right.
That I do like doing those things. And when I do need a break, even if it's just 5 minutes, it's like, okay, well, hey, hold on, let me go in the shower real quick. And my husband, he'll stay with my son and okay, that's it. Because he's also very busy. So I think, we can dive deep a little bit more later on, but I think even just being married is tough, is like a challenge, and motherhood and all the things that you learn. Because I feel like I wasn't taught these things. I feel like I wasn't taught these things growing up in my home, in church. And so I feel like I'm almost having to learn them on my own now. Gotcha. So it's like, oh, that didn't work. Okay, let's try again. So let's try this other thing. Or, oh, I tried it, but then that pissed me off. So why is it making me mad? So working through those things, those have all been very surprising now. I feel like, and maybe I don't know if everybody's gone through this or only me, but I feel like we're all traumatized. But as you get older, you notice you start facing your demons or like your younger self traumas. You're like, what the heck?
You get triggered with anything or
as you get older. And then as you become married again, and you're like, what the heck? Being in a relationship. And then as a parent again. So it's like never ending. And as a parent, you're like, why does that bother me? Why does for example, why does my son, when he like starts, he's in a thing now where le gusta quejarse. So he's like, that drives me crazy. And I'm like, why are you doing that? And I'm very like stern, very strict. And I don't like chuplerias and I don't think it's cute. And I'm just like, why are you doing that? And I'm like, but why does that bother me? So those little things that I'm just like, why is this bugging me? Figure it out. You're a grown adult. So it's like the little girl in me coming out when little things happen. And I still don't know some of them. Some of them I have discovered and others I'm just still in the journey.
Wow.
So yeah.
Thank you for that, because that was deep. And something I wanted to let you know is that you are embracing a stay-at-home mom. And I love that for you.
Thank you.
So you're doing it very well.
Thank you.
Let's go on with the next question.
Me finishing the tea while I'm spilling the tea.
Go for it. What's something people would be surprised to know about you that they really don't see that side of you?
Oh, that's hard because I think of something dumb. But I think, and it kind of can tie into, so I think a lot of people, when they first meet me or just see me, they think, for example, let me go back a little bit. So one of our friends, she told me one time that some people have gone up to her and asked her, like, how are you Diley's friend? Like, why are you her friend?
Yep.
And she's like, well, like, I love her and I know her and I know her heart. And then one time I gave a testimony at church, and then those same people came up to her and said, oh, I get why you're her friend now.
Wow.
Like, I understand. And it was a little hurtful.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm like, it's because you don't know me. So they, like, just first impression or whatever, it might seem like I'm a hard ass. I'm like, maybe, because I'm very straightforward. So it's not everybody's cup of tea.
Right.
And I get that.
You don't
So
sugarcoat anything.
So I'm trying to like work on that, because Yvonne's the queen of sugarcoating. So I hope that it rubs off on me, because she's so good at doing that.
And that's how we balance each other out.
Yep. Because that's so hard for me. And that's another trauma. But I feel like if I'm not being honest with you, I'm lying to you.
Right.
I don't like that reciprocated to me. So it's this whole thing. So, but I'm working on that. It doesn't mean I'm lying to you. It means I'm loving you in a different way.
Right.
So I think that's one of the things that people first meet me in there, or they just see me así nomás, and they're like, oh my gosh, Diley's this or that. And then they get to know me and they're surprised to find that I'm actually, like, for my birthday, we do this tradition where for people's birthdays, I started it probably like 5 years ago.
Yeah, you did.
Something.
Yeah.
And I said, we give everybody their flowers once they're no longer here.
Right.
So let's do that while they're alive. And so we do that. We give them their flowers, things that we admire, that we love about them, or things that like something funny.
Yeah.
And when you guys were doing that for my birthday this year, I was just like, I'm that person. And so sometimes it's hard for me, because I think I do the same thing as others, where I judge myself in the same way that I feel like they're judging me too. And I don't give myself that grace of, no, you are loving. No, you do care for other people. You're not selfish. You're selfless. And I think they're surprised as I am to find out that I am those other things,
Right.
But yeah, that's my answer.
Yeah, you're right. And in one of the episodes that we'll make in the future, I would like to talk about a situation or a stage that Jiley and me went through. And we'll talk a little bit about that, but she's very good in keeping you accountable, right? She's a very faithful, loyal friend. And I love that about that. She does that with me in my relationships. I need it. She knows I need it. So I'm always asking her. So we'll talk about that. That's another episode that we could do about our stage.
Our breakup. We went
through
two breakups, right?
2?
Yeah, when I lived with you.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
a mini, but it was still a breakup. It was like one of those breakups with your toxic boyfriend, and you're like, you leave the door open. That's what it was. Because we were like, anyways.
And the second one was pretty
bad.
huge. So
that was like months or a year, or 2.
I think it was a year and a half.
Yeah, it was a while.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that in our next episodes. But yeah, and everything that you said, you're right. I do see that. But I want you to know that you are loving and that you do have a big heart, and not a lot of people see that. So I'm very blessed that I get to see that side of you. Let's go into the next one. What is one of your biggest pet peeves?
I always think about this question for some reason.
Okay.
But like, give me one of yours and then I'll just keep going. What's one of your pet peeves?
Okay. One of my pet peeves, I hate when people are not punctual. Like, I am always on time. And if you don't respect when we say 3:00 and you're like 3:30 or 4, I think that's very disrespectful. I hate it. I can't deal with it. You just disappoint me a lot.
Dang.
And in our culture, Mexicanos, es la fiesta a las 3 y llegamos a las 5. All right, it's culturally. But I don't know. I tried not to follow that culture.
Yeah, fit into that
stereotype. Yeah, so if the party or if the meeting or if Diley tells me it's at 3, I'll be there 10, 15 minutes early. And if I can't for some reason, I'll text you, I'll call you, and I'll tell you, hey, I'm running late. But at least I already told you that I'm not going to be there right at 3.
Yeah.
And that is one of my biggest pet peeves that I can't. I don't know. It just gets me very mad when somebody is not there on time.
See, I'm a little lenient on that because I don't like it when you're an hour late, dude. Come on, just don't go. Or just say, I'm not gonna go, guys. Like, just count me out. Because if you can't make the time to go, especially now that like now we plan things with our girlfriends and with our like friends, and it's like we all got kids. They got to go to sleep, or our husbands got to work. Then I don't have to work, but our husbands have to work the next day, and so it's like, come on, be on time. So that's a good one. I don't like. Oh, I hate when people are complain. Like that's all you do. That bugs. Like, give me a solution. Yeah. All you're going to do is tirar puras piedras and not come up with a solution, because I'm a very solution-based person. I'm very, they've told me, I think it's the right side. I think I'm like very right-sided for a female. Usually we're more left, emotional. But I'm like, okay, because I'll complain, but then I'll give you my own solution at the end.
Right.
And if you're complaining, I'm like, okay, but what's the plan? Like, how are you fixing this? Or what are you doing to improve, whatever?
Right.
And so I hate when people complain. I don't like it. So I don't like that at all. I think one, I don't know what else to tell you, but that's one of my main ones. Yeah. Don't complain. And if you're complaining to me, I'm a solution-based person. So I'm going to give you and tell you. And if you don't want that, then you need to tell me.
Right.
Like, hey, I'm just venting. Okay. I'll like shut off that side of my brain. And that's that.
Yeah. And she's completely right, because we've had those type of conversations.
Yeah.
I remember one time I was complaining about something that I was going on with one of my ex-boyfriends, and she said, Yvonne, do you want me to just listen, or do you want me to like give you a solution or tell you my perspective, my advice? And I'm like, girl, give me everything you have. So I love, she's very transparent, and she will tell you, like, I have a lot of solutions for you. Do you want to hear them or not? So I love that about you. What has been your most embarrassing memory that you could think of? This could go back from high school, because I know that's the stage where we do a lot of things. Or I don't know, a recent one.
I guess like the first thing that comes to mind is when I was like 10. When I was little, we all had like a little clique, right? I'm sure we all had a little clique of friends.
Yeah.
And now as I'm older, I'm like, wow, these girls were toxic, right? Or maybe I was a toxic one. But from my point of view, they were toxic.
Okay.
And I felt like I was always trying to like kiss their butt and always like siguiéndolas, because I was the ugly duckling and they were the hot girls.
Oh, wow.
So I was the one that never had a little boy. I was 12, first of all. And it's like these girls had 2 to 3 boyfriends, and I was like, girl, I can't even have one. Like, so, but now in hindsight, I'm like, you were 12, chill out.
Oh, that's so funny.
So anyway, so I remember I've always been kind of like, I'm very girly, but I'm very like tomboyish too. Like I like doing a bunch of crazy things. I'm not just like sit pretty, you know? So we were climbing a tree, and I don't know what happened. It was late at night. We were climbing this huge tree, and I went all the way to the top. When I came back down, my pants ripped from the back.
Wow.
Like this. So you could like see my little girl underwear, and you know, and my friends didn't tell me.
Oh, sure.
And then, I don't even remember how I found out, but I just remember I was so embarrassed, and I put my little sweater around my butt, and that was the worst thing ever. But that's the first thing that comes to mind. So obviously it was a big deal.
Yeah, no,
and I like remember it was late at night. It was that darn tree. There was that dumb little light, the night light from outside, and I was mortified. And I think it was like little boys outside or something.
How
you know?
old were you?
I was young. I was little. I was like 10.
10. Okay.
I don't think I was 12 yet, because for me, you'll notice everything happened when I was 12.
Oh, wow.
But I think I was under 12. Yeah. Not what you were expecting, but that's what you got.
No, I love it. I love it because, like you said, that's something that stuck with you, and that's every time you like remember that's you kind of cringe.
Yeah. Every time I go to my mom's, I'm like, I remember that down the tree. I don't know. I always remember that. I always remember that happened.
That is so funny. Well, thank you for sharing that.
And I just felt like, hey, girls, they weren't girls. Like they didn't like look out, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing that. Next question is, how are you different from your old self? From maybe like, let's say 5 or 10 years ago?
I think that's hard because I feel like that's asking yourself that question. I don't know that, or asking myself that question. I don't know that I would know if I have changed. I feel like the people around me would know more if I have changed or not, because it's kind of like when you're losing weight. You don't notice it because you see yourself every day until somebody else tells you months down the line, like, hey, you look different. It's like, really? I feel like I look the same, because you get used to who you've become.
Right.
So, but I guess one thing that because my sister mentioned something to me once, and I feel like maybe I'm a little bit more approachable and understanding now. I don't like I don't go ham anymore. Going back to one of the other questions of like not being so direct or being misunderstood.
Right.
So I feel like I've like leaned into that, in that I'm trying to just be a little softer in my approach. And whereas before I'm like, okay, whatever, like just do this and that, or you're done. Why are you doing this? You know?
Right.
And now I'm just like, okay, but maybe I think I went too extreme. And I'm like the devil's advocate always. And I'm like, well, how do they feel? Like, what did they go through as a child? And now that's why they're doing this. Like, for all you know, maybe that's why they're acting out. And then my husband's always like, babe, stop it. Just listen to me. I'm like, okay. He's like, be on my side type vibes.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, but what about them? So
funny.
I think I went to like from one extreme to the other. But I feel like that is something that I'm different with, in that I'm just learning to kind of be a little bit more sympathetic.
Okay, I love that. And do you like that change? Are you embracing it and liking?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's good for me. And now as a mom, definitely good. Especially just because I have to learn how to soften things, because also he doesn't understand.
Right.
So, and also in my marriage, because you can't be so stern and so direct with your spouse either, because even though like he's a man, he's also sensitive. He's more hypersensitive to the things I say as I am to what he says. It goes both ways. So for me to be a little bit more intentional about how I say things is important, because then I don't want him to misunderstand me, and which we still misunderstand each other, but it's like, wait, actually I wasn't saying it like that. I was saying it like this, but I can see how it came off like that. But I always like feedback. Like I'm always like, tell me, because I can't learn if you don't tell me.
Right.
So if you don't like it, just tell me.
I love that. Yeah.
So yeah.
I could definitely agree with everything that you said. What character traits do you most respect in other people?
Oh, I love this question. I really love people that are direct with me. So I really appreciate that in a friendship, because I think it's genuine, and I feel like you care about me. You care enough about our relationship and me to tell me, hey, I don't think this is okay, or this hurt my feelings, because you give me like room to change. And if I don't change, then it's like, okay, then you know where I stand. But if you don't tell me, how am I supposed to know I hurt you?
Right.
And how am I supposed to know you didn't like that? I can guess, because I'm pretty good at reading in between the lines. But also sometimes I'm like, am I just overthinking? You know? Yeah. So I appreciate people that can kind of confront me in that way, but confront has like a bad connotation to it, but in a good way of like, hey, I didn't like that. And it's happened to me with my friends. And I'm like, even though it's embarrassing, it's like, you're right. I'm sorry. Like I shouldn't have done that. And because for me, that translates into loyalty as well.
Right.
So I really appreciate somebody that's loyal and consistent. I'm a person that's very consistent in my relationships. And so I appreciate consistency back. But I feel loved in those ways, in like acts of service. So like you come and you help me if I'm like now with motherhood, I've had a friend come and she took care of my son while I cooked and cleaned, or they brought me food, or little things like that. Those go a long way for me. And it's not so much like you could bring me this huge thing of food or something small. It doesn't matter, because what I care about is like, you were thinking about me. You were thinking about me. And when my husband gets me something as small as like, just even if it's one flower, but if he gets me flowers, I'm like, thank you. But what were you thinking about? And then he knows already. So he comes prepped and he's like, okay, well, I was at the store and I was thinking about you. And he'll tell me like the behind the scenes of it, because that's important to me. So that little, like, just being more intentional.
Okay.
So yeah.
I love that. And side note, with being very direct, I remember I had a hard time with that because, like you mentioned, I love to sugarcoat everything.
And glitter, like you'll I'm pretty sure you'll notice if you haven't by now, because she's very like PC.
And I guess
And that's
I don't
okay.
like to hurt people's feelings. And if we get into like traumas, I'll kind of like break that down and whatnot. But that's something I learned from Daily, because with our conversations, she would always tell me, it's okay, just be direct with me. I want you to be direct with me. And that's something that you showed me how to be. And just wanted to throw that out there. That
It's funny because I'm very direct and you're not, for almost same reasons, but different, because you don't want to hurt. And I feel like I'm hurting you if I'm not honest. So it's like, that's interesting. That was some good deep questions. I think in the future we'll want to have you guys ask us, but that's just a little bit. I think they were really deep questions. They were not surface level. So I hope that's helpful for you guys to like get to know me a little bit, and then we're gonna go in and ask Yvonne.
Wait for the next episode.
Yeah, but just to finish this off, to be a little lighthearted, I want to do this or that.
Who's more dramatic?
You.
Yes, I am. Okay, coffee before kids or after kids?
Huh?
Coffee before kids or after kids?
I want to say before kids.
Okay.
And you?
Well, I don't do coffee. So
ever?
No, it messes up my stomach. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
And the reason I say, because I interpreted it, the way I interpreted it is I drink coffee, but I get too hyper. I get too wired and I can't sleep now. Before kids, before Noah, I could eat coffee or drink coffee at 12 p.m. and I could go right to sleep. But now I can't. If I drink it after 11 a.m., I can't. I can't even take a nap with Noah.
Really?
No, I'm too like...
So it really does affect you. You know how there's people that will drink and nothing happens?
Yeah. But me, now after pregnancy, now it does.
That's so funny. Okay. Who's secretly funnier?
I don't know.
I
think you, because you're dramatic. And that's funny.
I think I just put a lot of more spice to it, to everything. Yeah, I would agree.
The drama.
All right. Co-sleeping or crib?
Co-sleep. We co-sleep. I sigh because I wish I would have made him sleep by himself, but it is what it is. But then if you were to, I'd miss him and whatever. Co-sleep.
Co-sleep since Sebastian has been a newborn, but I love it, girl. I love it. My little one, he knows how to snuggle. I love.
And you're such a cuddler and like touchy, and you're like, oh, well, you're so comfy.
He just creo que él sacó eso a mí porque he loves to kind of just be touching me. So co-sleeping every day, all day.
And will he stay asleep when you get out of bed?
Yeah, he will.
He's a good sleeper, huh?
He's a very deep sleeper. Like, I'll have to show you guys memory, but that's for another case. Where we went in a truck with the loudest music, and he was knocked out.
Yeah, no, he'll wake up within at night. He'll wake up after 2 hours looking for me. I don't know if it's the age, but then or in the morning when I wake up, 10 minutes after, he's up after me.
God. Who's more likely to be late?
Me.
I think so.
Me.
Because I hate that.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm okay with always being 15 minutes late. 30 max. Yeah, it's like, okay, now I'm late.
Right.
But yeah. Me.
Okay. Messy house or no sleep?
What do I prefer?
Yeah.
Messy house or no... Messy house.
Really?
Yeah. I think that's something I've worked on.
I think I would say no sleep.
You'd rather clean?
Yes. Yeah. I don't know. Recently, I think since I had my child, I've been very, very neatly and organized. Yeah. And I do find myself that every time my child is sleeping, I'll be all over the place. And I love when he falls asleep around 7:38 because that's my cleaning time.
And then you can watch a show or read whatever, or be on TikTok for 3 hours.
I'm such a TikTok girl. I love it.
I
I will
know.
always encourage you to get on it. I know maybe that's bad, but
It's like the new Pinterest. Remember how Pinterest used to be cool?
yeah.
But yeah.
I still have Pinterest. Sweet or salty?
Sweet. 1000%.
Oh man, this one's hard for me because I used to be very sweet, but
I feel
lately,
like I would say for you it's salty. You love chips and lemon and chili.
yeah, well, it did change to salty now.
Yeah.
Text or call?
I'm a call girl. I love calling. And when I can't, I voice message you.
She's the queen of voice messages.
So I'm old school. I like to call.
Okay.
And now with video, even better. I like to be on video call, but not everybody likes it, so I don't do it.
So, side note, this morning, Riley called me on a video chat for, what, 7 in the morning? No.
Chill. It was like 8:30.
8:30. And I'm like, did she like mess up or is she really calling me? I answered, but
yeah,
it was funny. So yeah, that's right. Netflix or YouTube?
YouTube.
Interesting. Netflix.
Yeah.
Let's see. Favorite mom hack. Favorite mom.
I guess for me, it's having snacks. I think every mom does that. Having like a plethora of snacks. I'll have his like little semillitas, and then I'll have little oranges, and then I'll have an apple, and then I'll have his little bread, or like those little things mixed with their little toys.
Okay.
And like I change up the toys. I'm sure I think every mom does this because I saw some other mom.
Okay.
And like, you know, their little backpacks they take to church. So then I change the toys, or I only put those toys there for Saturday.
Okay.
So that then they're exciting. But yeah, I think, but the snacks one is like the best because then he needs to calm down here. He eats his food. And then I don't give my son, like, I don't really buy fast food for him. So I almost need to do that. So I need to have him his little fruit, his little healthy snacks that I give him. Cause then I feel so bad when I don't.
Right.
So what about you?
There's a funny one that I developed with my child. So my child is all big in being on phones, and he is currently in pre-K. So maybe I started this like a year ago, where I have set alarms. I have one for like 5, 6, but the one at 6:30, I kind of trained him to wake him up around that time. And when my phone starts like setting off the alarm, I tell him, oh my gosh, I don't know how to turn it off. Can you help me turn it off? So he will literally have to get up and go to the bathroom where I have my phone and turn it off. And that's the way I get him up from bed to like get him ready.
That's a good one.
And it's so funny because a couple people have already noticed that it comes to 6:30. My little one's already kind of like wiggling around, waking up. But as soon as he hears the alarm go up, he'll be like zombie mode, going to like fight it. Even if he's like so tired, even if he's like not wanting to, he feels like the obligation now to like having to
like
go.
that's his little big boy job.
And something people think it's funny. Some people have told me that I kind of trained him like a dog or something.
Whatever. They're the same. I've had dogs. It's the same.
And I think that's like the coolest hack I was able to get him, because I don't have to like deal with him now of like, come on baby, get up, wake up, let's get you one. So that's the one that we have going on.
No, that's good.
And because he thinks,
and you get up early.
Yeah, and well, he thinks I don't know how to turn off the alarm, so he's like, okay. So I love that. Good. I love that for him.
That's actually really good. Let us know if you use it for your kiddo.
Yeah, let us know. One more.
A good one to finish off.
Okay, let's see. Well, you
the
picked.
friendship ones. Okay. I guess we could just do all these fast, okay? Who texts back faster?
You.
Yeah?
Yes.
I was like, you're pretty good at texting back. Who overthinks more? You.
Gosh, yes, I do.
Who cries more at movies?
Me.
You.
Very emotional.
Who gives better advice?
You.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I was gonna say thank you, but then I don't know what.
Yes, yeah, you do.
Who's the better cook?
You.
I feel like when you do cook, you do cook good.
I hardly ever cook, but
who's more stubborn? Me.
Yeah, I think so.
Who's more likely to cancel plans? I don't know.
Gosh, that's a good one.
I feel like we're, even today, like you could have canceled
right.
with the chaos and you didn't. And I was like, would I have? I don't think so.
Mm.
I think we're just
I
like,
think we're like-
no, we'll be fine. It's fine.
And we need it. It's like a
Yeah.
distraction. So I think we're both like in the same page on that one.
Yeah. Perfect. I think that's good to wrap it up. This one's going to be the longer one, so that'll be fun. I hope it's interesting. I hope you guys liked it. We had fun doing it.
We
So the next time around, the next episode is going to be Yvonne, so that'll be fun. And again, if you guys hear little kids in the background, just mom life, you know, we're
Right.
trying to juggle all of this and
Right.
just make it happen. And we're going to, even if you can hear them. And shout out to my husband for being out there with the kids.
Thank you.
So, but yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching this episode. Stay tuned for the next one. Again, we're going to be doing them on Tuesdays, at least twice a month.
Remember, let's
Let's lead together.